All right. So we hit 5,000 subscribers recently, and my therapist said it would be a good idea to make a video. So it's like it's a nice even round number. So it's good. It happened a couple weeks ago. It was like a week before the channel turned one. So yeah, I just want to thank everybody for subscribing. I've only asked a couple times and then instantly regretted it. And I've said unsubscribe more than I have subscribed. So you guys have just, done that on your own. And I didn't ever think that would happen. Started out making videos. Was living with the shamans in Thailand, bathing in ice, drinking turmeric shots, and, a lot of cacao ceremonies. I was playing a coconut in a meditation band for a little bit. And it's like we got to get this on video, and so that's really kind of random how it started. And I was playing pro-am basketball in the Singapore league, and I got a few infractions. I jaywalked a couple of times, and then ultimately I got cut from the team for I had a mosquito in my apartment. It was during the Zika virus, so it was really crazy back then. You just Google Singapore mosquito laws; it's pretty strict. And then back to my mom's place, and just like, got into the Raptors, and just started making, just was randomly just like uploading cell phone videos that I took of the games, just like stuff I'd noticed, like 7-8 second clips, and then put them in the subreddit, and then just was like, why don't I just like put these on YouTube with a little sound effects and stuff, and people liked it, so that's cool. I just want to be like a ball boy at the end of the day. Like, I've been training quite a bit, like physically and mentally and spiritually even a little bit, just like trying to become one with the ball, and I'm probably making more content about that, just like the physical journey and mental toll it takes to kind of like put yourself in a position where you could like physically jump over like a row of chairs to grab a ball, or if they're like playing with medicine balls, just like the ability to, not only the ability, but like the balance, and then I guess like the strength to throw it back to them like in stride, especially if they're doing form shooting, like Nick's form shooting and stuff, which I'm also learning quite a bit, doing a lot of how to shoot like a pro, because a lot of the players, I'd assume a lot of are especially like in practice and stuff, it's just getting a better understanding of the way the ball bounces, like most likely. So yeah, just that's really like the content is cool, but that's really like it's all essentially, it's like you make YouTube content and then you network, and you maybe get in as like, I don't know, the Sportsnet grill was maybe what I was gonna do originally. Sportsnet TSN won't give me an internship. I don't have a degree in communications, but I did once sell a blog that I started on a $7 domain name to a venture capital firm, and took on massive clients listed on the TSX, NASDAQ, and NYC stock exchanges, and did marketing campaigns for them out of an office in Vancouver, and then ended up in South America for a little bit, but we won't get into that just yet. So it's been a bit of a ride, but at the end of the day, basketball is like really cool, and something I've been into since I was a kid. I used to collect cards, and I won the 1998 Vancouver Junior Grizzlies free throw competition, which was at used to be called GM Place, now it's called Rogers Arena. The NBA took the Grizzlies away from me when I was 10. Grew up friend of the family, Steve Nash, so I got to be in a lot of I kind of grew up around like basketball BC, and was very involved in the Grizzlies when I was younger, and then became a Sonics fan, and they got taken away when I was 17. I got to see KD in his rookie year against Stephon Marbury. It was 86-85. It was a great game. I was like, wait, I got 2 more years of KD in the Sun. Oh, no, we don't. They're in Oklahoma City now. So I don't watch the Grizzlies or the Thunder, and I don't really talk about them. But now the Raptors, so became a Raptors fan a bit later in life. But it's been fun. Got a record label coming up. People really like the sound effects in the video, so I'm been working on a bunch of tracks and just like Raptors related music. I got a Jack Armstrong track that I'm working on, Pascal track, um, and probably a Thaddeus like Mongolian shamanic, the ancient wisdom kind of thing track coming too. A lot of like 90s jungle, dancehall, and footwork, grime, dub. I mean, I have to learn how to make all these things, of course. Uh, so that's coming. Patreon is still going. I got 70 a month coming in about total, so that's really cool. I got to pay for my software costs 1 month, but then I ended up going to a free program. Um, it crashes every like 12 minutes and stuff, but the other program, it just like cooked my laptop. So a lot of time I like put my laptop in the fridge, but it evens out that in there's a big TV in here, and I just take a bunch of THC oil, and then I just stand in front of a 55-inch TV, like I stand during the games. I think it's respectful, and I see a lot of things in the game when I'm in proximity to a television, and I'm kind of zooted and caffeinated. So that's the creative process. I write a lot of notes that don't get into the video. I want to eventually hire somebody to transcribe my writing back to me, because I'll write about 20 lines of notes per episode, and then 12 are just like garbage. 4 I can't even read. 3 or 4 like make it into the video, and then those 3 or 4 that make in the video usually spur like other moments that I search for and stuff. So it's like a constant filtration process just to filter all those shit out. And even with that, it's like I look back and there's still lots of stupid stuff in the videos that I have kept in and probably lose sleep over. But all in all, yeah, it's exciting. It's when I'm at the country club, breaking bread with people in high society. I just say, 5,000 subscribers. I don't have to say like 4.4 or something. And 5 and 6 have always looked the same to me. The numbers, like, they're very similar. So it almost feels like a 6. And then if I get to 10, coach says he's going to put me in with the starters. So I don't think I'll get to 10. But 6 would be really cool. But 10 is crazy. So, but I mean, so yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Stay tuned for the record label. Patreon, I put full game commentary on there. I can't put it on YouTube, copyright. And that is also kind of like a marketing shtick, to be honest. Like, I can't put it on YouTube, but I probably could put it on like a Google Drive, and then I could like put a YouTube video of like me like climbing up a tree or something, and then in the description could be a link to an offline file or something. We could set that up. But for the meantime, Patreon kind of has this cool workaround where there's no. And I've also been putting a lot of stuff on Twitter recently, which has been fun. Put a little Scotty Barnes thing and somehow got 1 million views, which is like kind of weird. And I think Scotty found the YouTube channel through Twitter, so he's watched 3 of the Raptor Moments YouTube videos, 2 on his stream, and then 3 on his stream. 3 we have evidence of, but 2 we have video evidence of, and 1 we have photo evidence of. So that's nerve-wracking but cool. Coloco's watched the video. He talked about it on Will Lose Pod, and he like didn't know stuff that happened in the game, but he was like, I watched this video. So that's pretty crazy. And a special shout out to the Raptors show, Will and Alex. They've given me three shout outs on the show. So yeah, it's just weird. If you asked me like a year ago when I started, like who's the ideal like person to watch this shit? And like if I was like delusional, I would have been like, 2 of the Raptors players in an Uber, like 2 a.m. after a club. They're like had a few drinks, smoked a couple joints, maybe did some like peyotes and maybe some salvia or something, and they're in the back of the Uber, and one of them whips out their phone, just like, did you see this like weird shit on YouTube?